Hello again. Welcome to Big O Blog. Hey, we all about diabetics here, and diabetes and pre-diabetes and eating right to control spikes to enjoy your life. Now today, I want to have some hamburger, but you know, the bread and the burger is just not good for diabetics. I've done it before, it's terrible. It strikes your sugar so high. But I want hamburger, so I decided I'm gonna cook my own hamburger, make my own dough for the hamburger. I don't know what to call it, a bake, a bread, or what to call it. But I'm gonna make a bread with my own way and make my hamburgers here. I'm gonna make some hamburgers later and try to have some hamburger that may be good for my blood. And I may be able to enjoy hamburger without spiking my blood sugar. So I wanted to show you how I'm gonna make this dough that I think might be good for me. I ain't 100% sure, but I think. So here's what I'm gonna do with this dough. I'm using 3 cups of almond flour. And because the almond flour do not bind properly and not sticky enough, no GMO, it cannot hold, I had to put 1 cup of regular flour just to give it a little binding so it can hold together. A little tip of cinnamon powder, some vanilla extract, a tablespoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of salt. This salt I use here, right? I use this salt. Very good salt. Tastes good and it have no chemicals in the salt. As you know, Bigo don't cook with no chemicals. Okay? I mean, there's chemicals here, but I mean like extra, just unnecessary chemicals. Only as much as Bigo have to use, you use. Okay? And like you see, this is what I use here. And a little nutmeg. A little grind nutmeg. I prefer the one to grind like this, but I didn't have any, so I use this one. And these are all just nutmeg. I'm also going to put some eggs in here. I have eggs, mix a little bit of almond milk. Now, this might be too much because the almond flour is very moist and get soft really, really quick. So, but the way I mix this, what I don't use, I can scramble it and make scrambled eggs. Because it's scrambled eggs, there's milk and eggs in here, so you can scramble that. So it ain't gonna waste, right? But I have a little bit of water here in case I don't have enough. But I know this will be enough based on my experience with almond flour. So all of these is already in the flour. I already mixed in the 4 cups of flour, 1 cup of regular flour, 3 cups of almond flour. I'm already mixing the salt, the baking powder, the nutmeg, the cinnamon, and all is already in here. So what I'm going to do now is start adding the egg and the cream mixture. And I put a little bit first because this thing is gets soft really, really, really fast. This almond flour is very, very moist. And I'm going to knead this in the middle and then constantly pull it together. Constantly pull it together. Constantly pull it together. And test the water level and see how moist it is. But you have to keep pressing almond flour because it's deceiving. It look like it's thickening, but it's still taking in. Still have a lot of moisture in it. So I'll be real careful with almond flour because it get too sticky and it can't bind at all. So this looks good. So I'm going to toss these in here until I get them to bind into one ball. Until I get it into one nice ball. And again, I tell you, this almond flour is nice flour, but boy, it's hard to pull together. You know, hard to pull together. But that's why I put 1 cup of regular flour in there. Let's see. Is it gonna come? But I usually make a nice bread dough. Makes a really tasty, nice bread. So yeah. So I don't mind. You gotta keep your hands clean. I wash my hands real good before I do this, real good. Keep it clean. See? Wash it in. Toast it around. I even feel a little dense, but it's okay. It's okay. I get a little dense. As long as I get into this bowl, I can almost get into the bowl here now. Keep cleaning my bowl, you know. Picking up everything in the bowl. Because I want all this goodness in here. In this healthy bread. The only thing I get, that 1 cup of regular flour has some 30 grams of carbohydrate. But it's 1 cup. So I'm going to make about 5 or 6 bread from this. So that 1 cup is going to spread around 6 bread. So if I eat 1 bread or half a bread, like 1 bread to make my hamburger, if I eat 1 hamburger, then I'm still good. I'm not eating too much of that flour. This is just simple. Right? So see how I grind? It's coming in a nice ball. Yeah, look at that. Easy. And I use just enough. So look at how much remain. Just a small amount of egg remain. So I have a tiny scrambled egg when I'm finished. Not much. But this was perfect. So don't put in your water too early. Test it piece by piece. Or your milk or your egg. Alright, so this is it. That's it. See? It makes a nice ball. Look at that. I can get six hamburger bun out of this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. Somehow, I don't know why it does that, but when it sits, it kind of puffs up and softens and then just binding much better. Don't ask me why. I don't know, it just does it. And I know it does it, so I'm going to wait. So I'm going to just let it sit for about 10-15 minutes. Give it another knead. Separate it into small balls, into 5 or 6 balls. And then get ready to fry this, because I'm going to fry this. And just start making my bun. It's going to be a fry bun, okay? Not a baked bun, okay? So I thought it'd be nice to show you how I make my flour so I can still eat bread and don't raise my blood sugar, right? So let's hope this works. Again, Bigo is experimenting with different styles of things so he could keep eating, enjoying life, enjoying different kinds of food or restriction without being any specific diet, and still have a lot of fun, right? But sometimes I make a mistake and I do something and sugar still spike. So in those cases, I know what to eliminate and what I'm going to eat again. So I'm able to eliminate some food that I must eliminate because it's just too bad for me. But instead of someone telling me what it is, I'm just trying them myself. And I make an adjustment and eliminating them. Because sometimes they might seem bad, but when they eat with other things, I find they're not so bad, right? So this case, it's going to be my own bun. Look at it. Looking all nice already, right? And then I'm going to do my hamburger in a minute. My hamburger is marinating in some homemade vegetables and onions and things grind up and kind of cooked a little bit and put it there to kind of marinate a little bit. Because I bought the hamburgers, whole hamburger. So I didn't make the meat myself, so I was able to season the meat. So instead I make the seasoning and I soak it in the seasoning. And I'm going to fry it down in that seasoning also. I like my hamburger fried, you know? Yeah. So that's it. I'm going to leave this for 15 minutes. And then I'll come back and show you how I actually cook this. Alright? So come on, don't go anywhere. Stay right there. Back in 15 minutes to continue cooking, okay? Bye. Alright, thanks for hanging around. So what I did is, I put my oil on the fire to hot, and at a medium temperature. The oil is hot enough now in the pot. So I got seven bread from this piece of dough I needed. And I made them in the balls, and I use this rolling pin. I just kind of get them a little flattening, because I'm going to fry them, so I have to flatten them out to fry them. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is take, you see, one at a time. And this flour is pretty dense. Okay? This flour is pretty dense. So I'm going to put them in the oil. I could put in about 5 or 6 at the same time. And I'll show you how the oil popping in a minute. I'll put 4 in at a time. So I have space in the pan to work around. So come here and see. They're deep in the oil, they're frying. 4 of them. I already have a sample. I tested the oil with a sample. The sample is right here. I test my oil. I test my oil to make sure the oil is good before I put all of them in there and burn them up. So that's good. So the oil is ready. And there's the cooking. And that's it. So I'm going to I'm not going to keep you here while I cook until it's finished. So I'm going to continue cooking the bread, the fried dough, bake, whatever you want to call it. And I'll show you at the end while I finish. I'm also cooking my hamburger here at the same time, because I like my hamburger fried like this. So as you come pan in here and see, so I see my hamburgers have all that nice seasoning and stuff on it. I like my hamburger like this. My wife like it like this too. Yeah, baby. See? I'm cooking up that, and I'm getting ready. Yes, feeling good. See how my bread is lifted to the top of the oil right now. It came up to the top of the oil, and now they start to cook. Okay? Yeah. I'm not going to waste that oil. I'm going to use that oil again, store it in it again. There's a lot of oil for 6 bake. But we're on the road, alright? So, when all this is finished, I'll come back and show you what the finished product look like. And then I'll show you me eating it, and I'll test my blood and see how it works out before and what it did to me after. So I'm hoping it's going to be a good hamburger meal, homemade hamburger meal, but we don't know yet, all right? So hang around, come on back again, and check it out with me, okay? All right, see you in a few minutes. All right, thanks for staying around to the end of this. So here's the bread finish. Beautiful, just beautiful. It's a little, and I already cut one to show you. It's a little more dense than pure flour, but it's supposed to be good. It tastes good. It's supposed to be much lower carbohydrates, except the small amount of flour I added. Very beautiful. You see my hamburgers? See, it's cooked with lots of onions and garlic. And I like cooking my hamburger with seasonings like these. Very flavorful. And the extra seasoning, I keep it in this bowl. I can use it with rice or different things. Okay? So you see we have our accessories here to put on our burger. So we are about to eat this burger. Oh God, that's all right. That's all right. I forget my blood pressure, which I decided and I couldn't grab it in time. But you know, hey, we're doing this live, right? So you know, we're just doing it, having fun. Yeah, you can see I took my blood sugar already. It's 103. 103. So I'm going to start at 103 to have my dinner here. It's Friday night, and this is going to be our dinner. And you, of course, we're going to have wine. Yeah, diabetics can drink wine too. Yeah, I always have a glass of wine, one glass of wine, and it doesn't bother anything. But we'll find out later when I mix the wine with these different ingredients, different things here. So we'll see later on tonight. But now we're ready to go. I'm excited. Three of us going to eat. My wife and my sister-in-law, and they can't stop smiling. They can't stop smiling because the smell, tell them how it's going to taste. And that's just it. The good thing is this hamburger doesn't have any artificial seasoning in the hamburger. It's just plain meat cooked in lots of vegetables, lots of seasonings and garlics and onions and so on. So it's nice, fresh stuff. The bread is almond flour bread, mostly 75% almond flour. Right, so you see, and we're ready to go. We have a little cheese, onions, and tomatoes. These are all good for diabetics. None of these are going to raise your blood sugar. Nothing here. It's going to peppers, cheese, tomatoes, onions, pickles. They're not going to raise your blood. I tested those before and they're good. So you add those to this. So this should be a really good, enjoyable meal for a diabetic. All right. What I'm going to do is try to put the recipe how I make this up on the description. Because I make up these recipes, okay? So I tell them I can't do them twice. When I do them, I try to write them, not to remember, right? And we're going to have a bottle of Diamond Ghost tonight. Diamond Ghost Cabernet Sauvignon, right? So we love carbs, and we'll have a glass tonight. So I want to thank you guys for staying with me and enjoying watching me cook this meal. I hope you learned something and you could try your own things. Keep trying to cook food that's going to maintain your blood sugar, and that's also going to help with your pressure and also acid reflux. Because when you cook like how I cook, it directly affects your stomach and the acid reflux. Because you're not putting those chemicals in there that can mess with the chemicals in your body and cause the acid to go up in your throat. That's what I used to have before. So this is why I cook like this and I'm sharing, okay? So 3 things has been attacked by this, being attempted by this: high blood sugar, high blood pressure, acid reflux, and high cholesterol. Because nothing here is too much cholesterol. A little bit of oil I fry it in. The oil may be added to this a little bit, you know, the canola oil, but that's okay. I had to fry it in some kind of oil, and I'm not going to use olive oil. It's too expensive to the whole pot of olive oil, you know. So anyway, thank you very much. And after we eat and enjoy this dinner on Friday night, turn on a little music, then I'll come back in an hour and a half, and I'll let you all know how this affected my blood sugar. I'm going to eat 1 hamburger, not 2, because the amount you eat also dictate how high your blood sugar is going to go. So I'm going to eat 1 tonight, and I eat 1 tomorrow, okay? And that's how we're going to play the game. Balance everything. Everything is balanced, all right? All right, thank you. See you in about an hour and a half. Blessings. All right. I'm glad you stayed. An hour and a half. But actually, I decided to do it an hour and 15 minutes after. Because I can tell I was feeling good, so I said, I just can do it now to see. Because I really want to make sure this bread worked for me. And you know what? It was a good move. It was a good move. Look at that. Hit my target. 137. After 1 hour and 15 minutes. 137. Normally, I try a hamburger from the hamburger stores or McDonald's, whatever. After an hour and a half, I'm looking at 176, 180, struggling to go back down. So this worked. The all natural hamburger, all the vegetables, and almond bread with just 25% natural flour. Worked pretty good. See? So this is a good thing you can try. So you see, again, the goal is to prove that diabetics, we can eat well, have a good time, just adjust the food a little bit. And this tastes really good. The almond flour has good flavor, good taste, good density. It's beautiful. Just hard to stick together, that's all. But other than that, it's awesome. And the meat was just, right? So my wife behind the camera, she had so much fun. She ate, look at the food. We destroyed the food. We destroyed the food. She's still smiling. My sister-in-law is still smiling. They won't come on the camera though. But they enjoy it. So it was a good healthy meal for everybody, whether you're diabetic or not. It's a good healthy meal. So thanks for staying with me through all this time watching me cook this food. I enjoy it, and let me enjoy this food and share you how you can approach your eating and maintaining good health, low blood sugar, low pressure, and low cholesterol and acid reflux. Because I ate this and no problem in my stomach. I'm feeling really good. No sign of acidity or anything like that. Just beautiful. And the burger was so pink. I can't believe I did it so good. Look at the texture of my burger. Beautiful. And no blood in it though. Just a nice pink color. I did it very good. It tastes really, really good. So thank you very much. Thank you, and come back again. Share the video. If you can help someone, share it with them. And you try your own thing. Try changing your diet. Try changing different food. You don't have to go on a special diet or fat or thing. Just do a little fasting like I do and change the way you eat and put natural ingredients in your food and reduce the extra salt and the extra chemicals and reverse your reverse your diabetes. Because as far as I'm concerned, mine is reversed. I'm trying to maintain it now. I already got my weight down, doing the same thing. I took my weight down. I didn't do anything yet. I didn't do no weight loss exercise. I didn't take no weight loss pills, anything. I just changed the way I eat. And I lost all the weight, and I'm down to a weight that is acceptable for my health. And I'm happy, and I'm enjoying, and I'm still cooking. And it's Friday night. I drank my glass of wine with that also. And the wine didn't add any spike to my blood. So everything was good for me tonight. It's beautiful. It's a good Friday night. I'm going to listen to some soca now and have a good time till maybe a couple hours again. All right? So thank you. Bye. See you again. Blessings.